I absolutely agree. It's where
Sure.
I was raised. These libraries were just rows and rows, as far as the eye could see, of books and ancient tomes. If there's an answer to be found, if this is knowledge that it has been known in the past or written down or recorded, I don't think there's any better place we could go. And I would be personally curious to learn what happened to my home after it was attacked.
Can you really call it raised or assembled?
Handuk, do your mothers have any libraries? I understand that Matri is near here.
Oh, I think we should not go to Matria now. I've already talked to the mothers. She wants me to investigate this matter further. And I don't want to go against what Mother says.
I believe we could also try and find the alderman.
And where did he go?
But I don't know if...
Old friend.
You were not around.
I almost forget the name of the alderman. What was his name?
I think Hardnath know it. It's a shame.
In order for me to cast sending, I have to know his name at least. I can remember his face. I just do not remember his name.
You're familiar with him. I think the magic works.
I don't know if it says I must. Which you are familiar. Is that familiar?
Well,
That's
what
familiar.
if Fakes changed into the alderman, even though Fakes does not recall his name at the moment? And would that suffice for the sending spell if you got to see what he looked like?
Yeah, maybe it'll jog my memory on his name.
And we can,
you only know him for like
we can also question the one T if there are any.
I know for one day
through Handuk's.
All right, so okay, so I do another cast. I start writing in the air again, and I say, "All right, this is at you, Dungeon Master. Dear Alderman, are you alive? We are looking for you and wish to help you in any way possible. We don't want you to be lost in this dangerous land. Beware, there are Wanti slithering about. Best regards, Handuk."
Does he need the message app to send something back?
No, all he has to do is be able to. It's like a message appears before him, and then he can say it back, and it comes back to me.
All right. He says, "Happily retired."
Happily retired. Huh.
Okay, good. I don't know if he owes you guys money.
Retirement, I guess,
That's not my business.
We did kind of, try to tell him to retire, I think.
Yeah, if you just go back, if you remember, he was very confident right until a few of his people got killed, and he sort of said, "I'm too old for this shit. I want to just go home. I just want to go home." And he hired you guys to take him back to his family farm near Miss Lake. And that is essentially what you've done. You got him as far as the Wanti pit. He escaped while you guys were getting your butts kicked the first time, and he was able to get home from there, and he is happily retired. He does owe you 15 gold pieces.
I don't know if that's worth chasing down. We have the fate of the world to investigate here. I'm not concerned.
Yeah, I agree. But we'll get it eventually.
I think we should either question the Wanti spirits through Handuk's power, or we should continue to Broadwalk and on to the Library of Calthax.
Yeah, I would need one more day of rest and prayer in order to tap into that kind of magical energy again.
Can we do that spirit thing in Broadwalk? Once we get there?
Oh, we just need to
Hmm.
bring along the corpse.
We
Can
did
you
take you out of
recap?
Broadwalk
Speak with
in
the
Now
dead?
see,
chest. We could bring a dead body in a chest.
I wouldn't be able to. We would have to have a combination of spells to actually communicate with the dead Yuan-Ti, because we wouldn't be able to speak its language, its demonic language, unless.
I think they speak common, or I think they can at least understand common.
Yes.
I
Did
don't
you
know if
say
that'd be
that
good enough.
you saw some undead in the forest, Houndook?
Yes, they were the gnomes. All of the gnomes
What happened?
had the
when-
taint of undeath upon them.
What do you mean?
After the battle, they had risen up as zombies, horrible undead. We have trained in Matria to look for these and destroy the undead wherever is possible.
Was there
But
a
yet-
necromancer or something around, or did they just raise?
There must be. There must be a necromancer working for the Harboronians.
Can I roll a history or a nature to see if this sounds anything like the taint of Sylvanus and something that used to happen to the homeland?
Sure. Roll it.
I got a 5.
Okay. I mean, maybe. You're not sure. You're Olazana, you are taken
More of a doer than a thinker.
but also you're taken aback by the state of the flora in this forest. It looks nothing like your well manicured, cared for, almost shaped elven forest that you've spent the last many years at on your remote island. This is a wild place where each of the species of plants are invasive and they fight, and it's you could argue that the plants in this forest are more aggressive and more predatory than even the animals that you've seen in this forest. So it is a very different place than you've been accustomed to. It looks virtually nothing like the place that you remember as your homeland. Now, does that have the same source as the forest gnomes, who are creatures of this forest? Your people lived alongside them. Sort of having this zombie state after they die, you really don't know.
Okay.
Have we confirmed if we can talk to the dead Yuan-Ti?
I'm willing to try it if you have another day, so I may pray.
Well, why don't we bring them along and we can talk to them at a better time when you're more prepared.
Yes.
Also, if one of you who were his friends would like Fish's spear, I prefer the swords over a spear. And I'm going to hold out the spear. It's a +1 spear, so if someone wants it, it's pretty good.
I can't do it.
I have no use for such a weapon. Unfortunately, I am not a warrior, as you can see.
Or my.
I have little skinny arms like a little Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah,
maybe we
I
can
guess I'll
sell
keep
it
it
to
then.
town or something.
Nobody wants it.
But, shall we?
Let's
are we
ride.
getting on the road then?
Before we do that, I believe it would be right and proper for us to honor the life of Albert Fish and bury him in these woods.
Ah,
A very simple burial.
yes, Mr.
That's a
Fish.
lot
Indeed.
Perhaps
nicer
I can-
than what he ever was to you guys.
We're not convinced he liked us at all, but you know.
But yeah, we do it. All right. So I do the prayers, all that good stuff. And say goodbye to Albert Fish.
Albert sleeps with.
Well,
Okay. You guys get on the road and you're carrying a corpse of a Yuan-Ti. Just carrying him along.
I'm going to scout out ahead to try to make sure we're not ambushed. Because I've been told they've been ambushed in these woods a
and I'll have
Oh,
couple
my
times.
familiar.
Okay.
I'll do the
First
same
day
with my familiar.
goes by pretty uneventfully. You find yourself, about 2 hours before dark. You find yourself a semi-dry place where you could potentially get firewood. A lot of the firewood in this forest is completely sort of rotted. It's never dry here for most of the place. It's not a swamp, but it is never dry. Moss is on everything. Everything is wet. You just don't find good firewood. But there's one place where you feel like it's, it looks like a well-used campsite that people have used over the years.
So I have a trait where I can find food and water for us, since there's 4 other people here right now. So,
Okay.
like I can we're fed while we're moving through this forest. Like I find like a rabbit or different fruits and stuff that I know are edible, and so we have food. So that's good at least.
Yeah, and it's really tough. You notice that it's really tough. There aren't rabbits. There noticeably are not small birds. There are not squirrels. There are not raccoons. There are not rabbits. There are not beavers. There are not chipmunks. There are no deer. These things that you would normally expect to see in a forest, you don't see, and that's notable. But you're able to scrape together certain things that that you can eat, and there's an abundance of water. You can squeeze moss and get potable water, so you're good there.
Now I'm going to turn to Bear Bash. This forest is wrong. When we camp,
What's wrong about it? Seems like a normal forest to me.
you didn't notice there's no animals. There's no life in this forest. It's as if it's dead.
That's a good point. It's a good point. Back in my inn in the forest, there's also no animals, but I count that on the bad smell nearby. What do you think is causing the lack of animals here?
Must be the taint.
Well, at least we won't have to worry about predators.
It sounds to me like you guys have run into your fair share in these woods as well already.
We certainly should be careful. I can keep a close watch. I don't need to
Perhaps we
say-
should cast Detect Magic to see if there's some magical evil in these woods.
I can certainly do that. While we settle down to camp, I will be casting Detect Magic as a ritual and just try and see if any of this, if the forest seems wrong, can I detect any magical reason for it?
Yeah,
or
you
just any
definitely
magical aura.
don't, and that's just not the way that you would experience this. It's very much like
Mhm.
if you go into certain really dense forest locations or dense tropical locations, where the competition is fierce. You have just species of plants and animals that have to go to pretty extreme lengths to survive. And what you've seen here is more a manifestation of survival of the fittest when it comes to the plants, versus anything sort of magical. It's not like a spell has been cast. It is more like conditions have been created where invasive species can thrive, and your typical humanoid friendly species just struggle. Now that's not to say there aren't massive trees. This is a forest with huge cedar trees that are hundreds of feet tall, huge oak trees. They have managed to, because of their age, just stay above that. So the canopy looks normal, but it's sort of that like ground to 20-foot layer, which is just choked with ivy, choked with bamboo, choked with anything invasive that you could think of, just all the worst stuff.
And I just want to remind the team that I can speak to plants if we want to ask them anything. It's a thing I can do.
Well, if,
Yeah, you could ask the
it
plant.
could be something you do if you want to talk to them in our downtime here. But yeah, I'll just I'll be shutting down and keeping an eye out. I don't think there's much else I can do.
All right, are we're resting for the night then?
Yeah, I think we are.
I believe so.
Okay, you guys rest. You are not attacked throughout the night. So Jorge, you're able to attune yourself to sort of different time scales, and one of the things you are just very aware of is the pace of growth in the vines, in the ivy. You're watching shoots. You're watching fungi grow fast, like very fast. And somebody else might not notice this, but this is something that you're attuned to. You're seeing these vines over the course of the night as you watch this 4-6 hours that everyone rests. You're watching vines grow a foot over the course of 6 hours. It's at a really significant pace.
Interesting.
And so when I'm come out of my trance 4 hours, I'd like to speak with Jorge, and find out more about him. Like, obviously he's very different, considering he's like made out of metal and wood, but is clearly still like sentient and able of using sort of the world's energy in ways that I know the Eladrin are generally very talented at, but Jorge seems also very talented. Jorge, you said you came from
well.
a library?
The Great Library of Calfax. It's an island. It was attacked, but I've been there for
Who attacked it?
years. I did not even have time to see. I was out picking up a shipment on the shore from the fishermen who brought in the catch to
Right.
feed the island. And there was commotion. There were invaders. There was fire, and I fled. The fisherman took me with him, and so I have not seen the library to this day. So I don't know. I have no idea of the fate that befell the island. I hope it was not. I hope everyone. I hope they drove off the invaders. I hope they saved all the artifacts and all the books. But I don't.
So there's a chance
For
if
sure.
we go to this library that the library's been destroyed.
But there could still be useful information there.
I-
So
Yes, I.
would you
I
be able to
hope no one
find
would
information
destroy the
easily?
library.
Would you know your way?
I lived there for so long. I assisted my creator there. I know my way
Worth
around.
a shot then?
So, yes, although there could be danger. I don't know if the attackers still remain. I don't know anything about what remains. But it's worth a shot, and I would be most curious.
Do you know what the rib splitter is?
I don't. But if it's recorded anywhere in history, it would be at the Great Library.
If this library survives.
It is too valuable to be destroyed. I have to imagine anyone who would invade
You're
it
almost
would
as
want to know
negative
its
as
secrets.
Karnak. Rest in peace.
There are a great many things in the world
quite
that
a
want nothing
coincidence.
more than to destroy civilization. Wherever they find it.
They're also interesting. That's why we have to know. But I don't know if any of you noticed this forest
very
is strange. It grows.
It's not,
The foliage grows at a quite unusual pace.
it's nothing like my
Unnatural.
grandmother's stories.
But perhaps it's for the best if we
Let's
get out
go.
as fast as we can.
Well, if there's something wrong with the homeland, perhaps your library will hold the answers to that as well.
Might have all the answers if we're lucky.
There's only one
we
way to
should
find
wake
out.
up Handuk and Fakes and continue on our way.
All right.
I feel refreshed after my prayer and rest. Do you wish me to speak with this undead abomination?
What would I know that is useful?
Do we have questions that we want to ask it?
We have 5 questions. Not 4 nor 6, but 5.
Let's
But
get
it
some
does not
answers.
have to answer our questions. It will not take. It will not answer our questions truthfully, almost guaranteed. And it will not be compelled to do so.
If we don't think it's worth our time, we can continue.
But perhaps if we could double psychology this creature, then we can figure something out from its lies. Uh-huh.
I may be able to persuade it to tell the truth.
What would we want to know if we did ask it questions? What would we want
Yeah.
to know? I suppose that's the first. Do we have good
I don't think
questions
we
to
do.
ask? We could ask who the Wanti were communicating with if we wanted to. That's one thing that's not quite clear. We could ask who this lady in Harboron is. We can ask who they reported to, and we could ask what exactly they're
I
planning.
think if there's any information at all that we can get, it's worth it.
We should ask about Venka if we're going to ask any questions.
We get 5, right? So Jorge just mentioned 3. What was that? I mentioned a 4th. Is there a 5th we can think of?
Who were they helping in the forest?
So let's write this down. So
Question, Handuk, is he when you speak to the when you do this, is this his body doesn't speak to us, right? That would be interesting. or is it?
Yeah, it's like his.
more telepathic?
It's almost he's like almost undead for just a little bit.
Okay.
It's a necromancy spell.
So who did you
And-
bring with you?
And
Which one?
One of the Wanti
Uh,
guards,
Friendly
right?
looking one.
No. Oh, bring the Cobra Commander. He'll know more.
The giant
No, not the abomination thing.
monstrosity. I don't think we can compare that.
The Whisperer.
The
Oh,
Whisperer.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Got it.
right.
Okay.
We'll
yeah.
bring him. He might
He
know a
literally
little
Forgot
bit
about
more.
that one. That is a good idea. So
I can also compel people to tell the truth. I don't know how that works with corpses.
Yeah, it calls it specifically, of course.
well, it's worth a
Yeah,
shot.
it's not going to hurt anything. All right, so I
So
start lighting the
Thanks.
black candles around him,
you can.
and then start saying some words.
So
I will.
some of those
I will-
Wanti were humanoid, right, Jason? Like humanoid looking.
Yeah, they varied. The Whisperer was bipedal. Yes.
Okay, so fakes could turn into the Whisperer before.
Well, then the only problem would be you'd be asking the Whisperer questions as the Whisperer.
Is that who we?
That's who, because
That
that's
we
who we
brought.
brought, because that seemed like the one that was in charge, or like would know more. You could turn into like
I could turn into a similar
Yeah.
looking one.
and be like, yeah, you could be like, oh, they
Like my
sent me after
Wanty
you
best friend.
failed.
Yeah, I'm your replacement, and I need you to tell me everything you know so that I can do a better job
Yeah.
than you did. You,
Yeah,
But what am
that's-
I going to have to
perfect.
do? Like ventriloquism,
yes.
like to ask the questions?
No, fakes can ask the questions.
Oh, he has speak with dead.
Well, so you can cast the spell, but it doesn't say
I think
you
you
have
just
to pose it. You can
yeah.
ask the corpse.
And then the corpse.
Only I can
yeah.
ask the corpse.
All right. So can fakes can fakes
Only
make him
I
tell-
Yeah,
can
bards know
ask.
this. Bards can know this spell.
That's possible.
They can, but the bard did not take the spell because the bard noticed that somebody else had the spell.
I can ask whatever questions you guys want to ask.
Can you make him tell the truth to Handu?
It does say you. Yeah.
I can cast Zone of Truth, which is a zone on the ground. Query whether it affects creatures. Query whether a corpse that has been reinfused with undead life it qualifies as a creature.
power of
I don't
fakes
know if the
compels
DM
you.
has a ruling on that.
It is a creature. Yeah, undead are creatures. Yep.
Nice. All right, that's fantastic.
All right. Well, I will cast.
All
Zone
right,
of
so
Truth
we
then.
continue with the plan. All right, black candles are lit. And we ask the question. Number one question. Okay, who wants to ask it? Through my mouth.
Who were they helping in the forest?
All right, that's the first one.
Can we say hello without asking the question? Will that, if we say hello, will that count as a question?
What's the question?
One is just, open formalities.
Olzana, go ahead. What was that question?
We know that they were supposed to be helping someone in the forest based on the letter. Who were they helping?
We help those who pay, those who hire us.
So this is to the party and not to.
Okay, do we want to give a follow-up question to that answer?
I think we need to
I
ask
think we want to
specifically.
know. So they delivered there in the correspondence. It said that they delivered news to someone who was overconfident in their defenses and was in the forest. So I think it's the gnomes, but we can ask who they delivered news to in the forest.
Okay, is that your question?
Yup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feller.
All right. Do we want to ask who
Feller.
that is, or should we stick to our other? We have what, 3
Feller.
questions left?
I think, yeah, I don't
I don't want
just
to get carried down.
afraid we
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to
We might get
ask.
another kind of cryptic
Why
answer
are
on
they
Hard
Feller.
to ask a
defending the road?
specific question.
Yeah, we could do that. Like, what was your purpose for which you were hired?
This specific time.
Yeah, like from, yeah,
I like that. That's
like
I
this
feel like
assignment
that.
they were on.
Yeah. Miss Lake invasion. We held any escapees. We stopped, and we kept anyone from getting there during the invasion.
It's like a blockade of Miss Lake,
Mhm.
kind of.
That's what it sounds like. yeah.
Would that be like a good summary? Okay. Okay, so we still need to know about the lady in Harboron that they have. Apparently, she knows about some of
How can we
these
find
going
Venka?
on.
Is that a good question?
How can-
Or even where is Venka? Who is Venka?
Where might-
Is there any? What most importantly do we want to know about Venka? That was the leader. It seemed like.
How can we find Venka? I like that. I like asking it that way.
Yeah, that's a good question. How can we throw that one at him? How can we find
Okay.
Venka?
Yeah, let's do that. And or do we want to do the lady first so we can potentially
We have
follow up
two
on the
left.
lady in Harboron, or we want to do Venka first?
Maybe
Yeah,
how to find
left.
could be good, and then we just try to be specific enough with the last question to maybe give us another lead.
Okay, how can we find Venka?
One
Oh.
does not find Venka. Venka finds you.
This guy,
Oh,
always a prick.
Fucking Russian.
Yeah, well, all right. Now, so do we want to follow up on Venka, or do we want to ask about this
Venka
lady
is
in
the lady in
Harboron? I want to
Harboron,
know
right?
about this lady in Harboron. No, I don't think so, because Venka is talking. In
isn't Rib
correspondence.
Splitter? What's Rib Splitter?
Yeah, because I think about that.
That was on the note. That was on the note in the
Because I mean,
genies
the Rib
layer.
Splitter warning was like Rib Splitter is going to burn down the entire place.
Yeah, that wasn't very true.
Yeah, but we don't know if they know anything about Rib Splitter.
We
Nothing
asked
was
them.
mentioned in their letters.
They
Right.
did sell me. They did sell me to this
But we
genie.
also have this There's also this lady in Harboron, though. I think we need to ask about her because she was
So he would-
specifically
he would be-
mentioned in this letter.
It would
Otherwise,
be more
we
likely that
place
he
the
knows
question.
about the lady in
would he-
Harboron than he knows
Okay.
about Rib Splitter. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we know there's some lady in Harboron who they were about to send
All
news
right.
to.
So the question is, who is your contact
We just-
in
I assume
Harbor?
we
We
just
have one
wanna-
question left only.
Should we like threaten his family with this question, or you know what I
Maybe-
mean? Should we add? Should we add something to it?
It would be a shame if anything happened to your family.
Listen, I'm
you
gonna-
understand?
I feel like we
We'll
Uh,
wake
maybe,
you up again in 5 minutes.
We have to have, we have
Gonna
to
break
have a
your
little
snake
poison behind our
kneecaps.
words. I think.
Right, we gotta have a punishment for this guy.
Well, so do we want to know how can we find the contact in Harboron?
Ask him
wanna
that
do
and
that,
say,
or we
or I
wanna
will
ask
squash your
who?
eggs.
I mean, who? If we find out at the who, then we could find out the where. I guess.
Okay, let's ask who is the lady in Harboron for the sake of your brood.
From these letters we have.
All right, that's our last question.
Okay. Let me read this spell again.
Can we put up the zone of truth?
Yeah, you got the zone of truth.
Yep. Controlling these
All right, here
spirits.
it goes. Zada Ribsplitter is the lady in Harboron.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. Harboron is a place to become as much as you are capable of being. They do not forgive. There are no second chances, but you can become rich there. Zada Ribsplitter's father believed in serving the men of this empire. A happy and satisfied man is a productive man, he would say. He taught her early to be in service of the stronger gender. At age 12, she was sent to the brothel to serve in the company store. She hated her
Ew.
father, and what he did not realize was that his men tended to like to talk in bed. And she learned her father's habits, who was loyal to him and who hated him as much as she. As the unions began to complain, her father sought to crush them and keep them in line. But she, with her partners, encouraging dissent gently over the years, she led the union members to an insurrection. When she was 16, she entered the mine entrance and stood above it, screaming to all that she would kill herself. For the first time in 4 years, she saw her father, who stood below her and yelled at her for disrupting production. He talked to her as though he would talk to any whore. She grabbed a pickaxe, leapt down onto his chest, putting the pickaxe through that chest as the Union overtook his guard. And that is how Zada Ribsplitter took over Harboron.
All right, well,
So this
Ribsplitter's
is
a
like the
badass.
ruler of Harboron. He's a talkative snake.
Is this the villain?
She's gonna set the world on fire, apparently.
Does she have a good reason?
If that's the ribs.
The answer to that question was longer than the other 4 answers combined.
That's a lot of good information.
Can
I'd
we
say.
help Ribsplitter burn the world? You know,
Hmm.
I don't get how we need more. Need to know more, but I might be Team Ribsplitter.
What?
Hmm.
Well, does that change anything? We found out who this or what rib splitter is. It's a person.
Well, we still need to go to the library, regardless, right?
Well, part of why I wanted to go to the library was to learn about rib splitter, what rib splitter meant. But now we know
Should we go
what
right
rib
there?
splitter means. We could. I guess the question is, what do we do when we find her?
We
Gentle.
know that the Yuan-Ti were supposed to send news of this invasion to her. So it seems like she has something to do with that.
She must be powerful.
Should we infiltrate her and like? Nah, that might be a long con. We might
I
not.
know, and I know she has designs on the homeland, which probably are different than our designs as the Eladrin.
We should definitely go and check her out and see what she's up to.
Well,
It's
do we redirect course or do we go to the library still?
So we know that Harboron has a general that's talking about invading Matria.
No.
That Harboron sent monks that are already invading the Tallwood, and that the Yuan-Ti were hired to like stop anybody from interfering with Mistlake. It seems like we need to go to Harboron and figure out what's actually happening there.
Yeah, they seem to be the agitators, or one of the agitators.
Yeah, we could find out why they're agitating specifically.
I mean, they specifically said they're going to try to burn down
Let's,
the entire woods.
Mm-hmm. No, it's negative.
Let's go to
Let's do it.
Harboron then.
It's a lot closer than the Library of Calthrax, so. And there's no sea journey.
Yeah, we can. If we need to go to the library.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to bring up the map, and we're going to talk about how you get there, because it's from where you are. There's a couple of different options, and the decision actually matters. So, give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm gonna let me bring this over here. Can you see my cursor? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is where you fought the Battle of Mist Lake. This is the road back to Matria, and then leading out to the coast and up to Broadwalk. So you are sort of in this area right here. Okay. Now there is a road north from Mist Lake that goes to both Broadwalk and Harboron. You see this? Looks like a dry river bed. These are dry river beds, but used as roads. Or you can continue on through Broadwalk and work your way up from there.
Question.
The third option would be to just trailblaze right through this forest.
I'm comfortable going through the forest, but we might miss something coming down the road.
Which
Like,
road
if
would you
we're
think?
invading, they're going to need to come down the road, right?
Presumably. The forest is also probably more dangerous.
I'd imagine. Would we take the Broadwalk Road or the North Road?
Do we know anything about the differences in those routes, Jason?
Well, one, you'd be doubling back towards Sokor Pass. You beat back that army. What you don't know is whether you didn't actually explore the pass all that much. You don't know if reinforcements are coming through. You haven't been on that road, but it does look like it would take less time once you got to it than working your way through the outskirts of Matria up to Broadwalk and from there. It'd take probably a day less travel to go back through Mist Lake.
I think we need to be quick and get to Harboron quickly before they can move towards homeland. I think we should move quickly and go back.
Yeah, I agree.
Everyone in agreement?
I agree.
Okay. You guys work your way back. You double back. You say goodbye to the Eladrin pair. They continue on towards Broadwalk to go back to your homeland. You guys work your way back through Mist Lake. You get to where the fort was. The mist is gone, by the way. So if you remember, the magical fog was the protection that the forest gnomes cast over their area to keep it from being obvious where the fort was as part of their defenses. That is gone. You can see the plain below the pass. The river is running again from the pass. There is a waterfall. And you see at the base of the mountains the beginnings of a road heading north. So that is right here. This spot right here. Okay? This is where you're at. Good?
Good.
Okay. You continue north for half a day until you get right about here. And at that point, you see, you start to see things open up a little bit. And in this area, you see a wagon, the dust trail from a wagon with two horses pulling it, more of a carriage actually, racing away. And you see gnolls coming from the west, coming to attack the carriage. It's hundreds of yards ahead, but you can see it.
Certainly looks like trouble.
Do we watch? Do we intervene?
Gnolls are known as evil creatures. They should be exterminated. Any land that should be free will not have gnolls. But
We
roaming
could
around.
save.
No,
we could
no.
save the wagon and use the wagon, right?
I'll
Theoretically.
tell
Yes.
Durabash,
We must
pointing
save
at
these
the
people immediately.
these are the sorts of creatures which would destroy anything civilized they find.
Yes, they are horrible.
I'm in it for the
We
wagon.
must destroy them. We must destroy them. Yeah, so let's roll up to the wagon.
Do we want to prepare? Do we want to prepare before
I'm
we
gonna-
approach the wagon?
I'm gonna
Want to
stealth
take a minute?
off to the side so I don't come from the same angle as these people.
I will give you guidance before you go.
My stealth roll is a 16.
I would like to send my owl Tempest out while he sneaks. While we give him just a minute to sneak around, or her to sneak around. Sorry, and see if I see any
can
innocents.
Conjure animals. I can conjure 2 beasts of challenge rating 1 or lower. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to bring in 2 brown bears, and I just have to find them in the beast section.
Okay. Oh, actually, I'm just gonna cast Gift of Alacrity on myself.
Okay. So you
Okay,
roll average stealth. You they're moving really fast. So my let's see. Okay, so basically they can move as fast as you guys can move, and that carriage is trying to get away.
So the carriage sees them.
The carriage absolutely sees them and is trying to get away. Yes.
How many are there again?
Well,
Are you going to do a count? That's smart.
Yeah.
You see a grand total of 11.
Mm.
Can I ride on one of the brown bears I conjured?
You can.
Yeah, we'll
You
get
can
there.
turn
We'll get
into
there,
a-
but I need to ride on one.
Nice.
Uh,
That's awesome.
yeah, you can.
All
How
right.
far away from
What's
me are
the
the
move
gnolls?
on a brown bear in this economy?
What was that?
What's the move on a brown bear in this economy?
So, I have an entangle spell that I can run up to them, entangle them, and let you catch up.
How far? I'm fast. So how far away are the gnolls from me right now?
Yeah, so when you first saw them, they were about 400 yards ahead.
All right, so they're long range for the longbow. I might still shoot at one.
At 400 yards.
Oh, yards.
Yeah.
or,
Quarter mile.
do we have any I could lead with web to try and separate them, or we could lead with
I
another
think
sort of
that's
crowd
all.
control spell before
So I
revealing
can keep
ourselves.
moving 40 feet, but you guys will probably get left behind.
I can go 40 feet on the bear, and I can cast a tangle when I get within 90 feet.
No,
Jason, are they coming towards us?
they're going the
Like
same
on the
direction.
road
They're
towards us?
going
They're away
north.
from us?
So the gnolls are trying to
Okay,
intercept
I
them
guess.
from the west. The road is generally north to south. They are heading away from you. Oh, so yeah.
I'm gonna keep moving towards the wagon and the knolls, I guess.
Okay.
Me too.
You guys are hot footing it. You're trying to catch up. You're slowly catching up. You
Yep.
get to about 200 feet away, and you see that the gnolls have caught the
Jason, at 600 feet, can I have taken a shot at the knolls? Because that's the longbow's max range.
That's great.
And I'm gonna keep moving while he aims it up.
I got a 14.
You got a 14. Okay. No, that's a miss. All right. So at 200 feet, you realize that the gnolls have intercepted the carriage. There are two human men fighting with swords, sort of fighting against the gnolls. They are severely outnumbered.
Can I cast haste on Olazana so that she can get there faster?
Yes.
Jason, I'll wait till you're caught up on that, but I have a request.
What does haste do for me?
It would double your speed, give you +2 AC, advantage on dexterity saving throws, an additional action on each of your turns, which you can only use to attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action. But when the spell ends, you get like stunned for a turn. I will try not to drop it.
Yeah, I'm gonna so suddenly like I feel myself being much more faster and more powerful.
Yeah, I make a kind of counterclockwise motion with my staff, and a glowing gold outline of a clock kind of a clockwise direction, and it spins faster and faster, and you feel yourself getting faster and faster, and like you're on the most caffeine ever.
Okay, so I guess I will move 80 feet towards them and then shoot the longbow again. Now not being long range, so maybe even better at hitting. 13, and then with my second action, I get a 17.
Hey
Jason,
there, Jason.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yep, that's one hit. 17 hits.
okay, it does 10 damage.
Okay, let's get this bad boy started. Roll initiatives.
21.
I landed a 14.
$12 for fakes.
19.
24.
And we're gonna auto roll for them. And we're gonna start. Okay. All right. We are at who got a 24?
I got a 21.
Okay.
Or I got
Ray, you are up. Oh, by the way, how much damage did you do?
All right.
Olazana? 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Jason, I'm sorry. My conjured bears rolled an 11 for initiative.
They're gonna go on your initiative.
Okay.
Okay, so we're on Hooray.
All right. So on the one that Olazana damaged, I already got haste out, so I don't need to do that. So I guess I will just cast a magic missile at how damaged does that knoll look?
Significantly damaged.
Okay, I'll do a magic missile at level 1. Try and take him out. So magic missile is 3d4. No. So that's going to be 10 damage as the golden darts of magic impact all at once from the sky.
Very hurt, barely alive.
Okay, and Tempest swoops down at that same knoll and takes the help action, so the next attack at that knoll has advantage.
Good.
And that is my turn. I'll stay out of melee range.
Correct? 21?
Yeah.
Try to stay back.
Yep. So I'm like 80 feet away from them now, but I don't want to be 1-on-8 with these guys. So I'm going to shoot them twice. I'm going to shoot that same one with the longbow, and I guess I have advantage because of the help. So the result is a 21 to hit.
The hit? Same
And it
one?
does 11 damage.
Same one?
Yep.
Okay, he's dead. Dead!
Second longbow attack with that action is going to attack the nearest one to him.
Okay.
It's a 12.
It's a miss.
All right, now my second action is a 9. And then the second attack from that action is a 10. So that I don't hit.
Okay. All right, who's next? Somebody got a 19.
Handuk 19. I am just going to advance forward.
Okay.
I'm going to stay within 30 feet of Olazana if I can. I don't know how far up.
Yeah,
You're ways behind me. I'm pretty fast.
yeah, you're at 200 feet. She's at 80 feet right now.
Do they have missile weapons that they have displayed yet?
Good question. They have spears. They do have longbows. Yes. Yes.
Okay. I'll advance up 30 feet.
Okay.
And I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself.
All right.
Am I by chance on the carriage?
Are you on the carriage?
Yes.
Oh, we haven't introduced you yet. Yeah,
Oh.
you are one of the men fighting to defend the carriage.
Should I roll initiative?
You should.
I got
Yay,
a
he's back.
21.
Okay, you go right now.
All right. So I promptly move away from the other guy, and I straight toward a knoll, but within 15 feet of one. Are they in hand-to-hand? Am I in hand-to-hand?
Yeah, with two of them you are, yes.
So if I do something, I'm going to create a opportunity attack.
Yep, that's right.
All right. So, first off, my little friend Pogo is invisible. And Pogo is going to fly straight toward the nearest knoll and attack him. That would be my bonus action, and that would be a 20-something. I'm sure that hits.
That's a hit.
All right. So now he sees a raven just attacked him. doing. God damn it. Seven points of damage, roll a 15 constitution save.
Okay. Dice roller. Saved.
He saved?
Yep.
Alright, he takes 4 points of poison damage anyway.
Okay.
And I will cast Vampiric Touch. I say a little word. Leech. Make a little hand gesture and touch the knoll nearest to me.
Okay.
All right, that would be a 18.
That's a hit.
It's a hit.
Yep.
Seven points of damage.
Okay, 7 points. All right, who's at initiative 19?
I was 19 and I already went.
Okay, all right, good. It is now the Knowles attack. So, all right, Mortifer, you are going to take multiple attacks. There are 3 Knowles nearby.
Oh, yes.
Okay, 3 attacks. 14. What's your armor class?
14.
Okay, 1 hit. 2 hits. All right. So, yep. Okay. You have. You will take 10 points of piercing damage. That's total from the 3 attacks. The other Knolls see Olazana and get their bows out, and they begin to attack her. So you are going to take attacks from 1, 2, 3 Knolls. What's your armor class, Olazana?
It's 18 right now. Yep.
Is that
Okay,
what
1
you're
hit,
plus to?
5 points of damage. Let me make sure that's right. I think that's right. 5 points of damage. That's right. Okay. It is now initiative 14. Who got a 14?
That was me.
Okay. Narbash, you are up.
How far am I from the Knolls?
200 feet.
200 feet.
Oh,
Okay.
wait. No, you were moving faster than
I was moving 40 feet per on the bear.
40. So you are at.
He's like 40 feet behind me then.
Yeah, you're at 120 feet.
I'm at 120 feet. And the Knolls shooting at Olazana are the closest ones to us, I presume.
Olazana killed one. That was one of the ones at the carriage. I keep wanting to call it a cart, but it's a carriage.
Yeah, are there a group of archers like within 5 feet of each other?
No, not really. No.
Okay. I'm just going to keep moving up then.
I mean, there are the ones that are attacking Maleficent, whatever his name is, Malfoy.
Mort. Mort.
I was
Just Mort.
Mortifer. Sorry.
Just Mort.
There are 3 attacking Mort, and so they are within 5 feet of each other. Yes.
Am I within 120 feet of them?
You're exactly 120 feet from them.
All right, so I can cast and I'm curious if I can do this as I'm riding, if I can keep moving up while I do this, but I could cast Moonbeam, which creates a 5-foot, 40-foot high radius cylinder that, when entered by a creature, or when their turn starts there, they take 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So I would like to cast that 5-foot cylinder on the 3 enemies attacking more.
Is that concentration?
So yeah, it's concentration 1 minute. I thought that means that the spell lasts 1 minute. Is that right?
Well, so you can only have one concentration spell active.
Okay.
And your conjured animals are.
Okay. I got you. In that case, let's ride.
Well.
Okay, so you're just gonna do a double move and get there, or get close.
Yeah, that's the most I can do.
All right, so you end your turn 40 feet away from the carriage, and you're even closer than that to a couple of other.
All right.
Gnolls.
Before my turn ends, I want to direct the bear I'm not riding to beeline it to Mort and help with those gnolls.
Okay. All right. At that point, as soon as you do that, you see one of the gnolls seems to just be like, if these gnolls are like humanoid wolves, mangy
hyenas.
This one is the mangiest of the group. It is absolutely just hideous looking. It is it's scarred everywhere. It is vicious looking. He turns to you, Barabash, since you're close, and he moves towards you and closes the distance and attacks. So you're currently on a bear, correct?
That is correct.
He's going to go after the bear and try to knock you down. So his attacks will be on your bear.
All right, I'm going to juke move his attack.
What's the armor class of the bear?
11 natural armor.
That's right. Good. Okay. It's 1 hit. Miss. 2 hits. Okay. Now, save DC 12 Constitution save by your bear. Your bear has a Constitution save of +3. DC 12 Constitution save on after taking 13 points of damage on the bear, which it's got 34. But make a DC 12 Constitution save.
So, do I click Constitution on my character?
No. It's +3. Roll a D20.
Okay. I've rolled a 3.
Okay. Takes an additional 7 points of poison damage. Your bear is now poisoned. Okay. Next. Who had an initiative 12?
That's Fakes.
Okay. Fakes, you're up.
And how far am I from the closest gnoll? I'm probably pretty far.
Yeah,
My
you're
move is only
200 feet away.
30.
160 feet from the closest one.
Okay, so I can't really do a whole hell of a lot. I am going to move as close as I can with my move action. And I'm going to try to. What is the status of
It's at 14 health out of 34.
You got hurt.
But he's poisoned. So the poison
Okay.
is the main concern.
But he's poisoned.
Oh, okay. I see what it means.
Okay. All right, so I am going to try to. I can't really do anything from this distance other than I'm going to try to deceive the gnoll into thinking that Barabash's bear is more powerful than it is, and so I'm going to scream that if that the bear is the manifestation of an old nature god, and that if they strike down the nature bear, it will be more powerful than they can possibly imagine, and I'll use a minor illusion to conjure an extremely loud roar of a bear. Try to, I don't know, scare or deceive the gnoll into stopping
Okay.
attacking the
I'll
bear.
give you. They're gonna get a. What's your spell DC? All right, I'm gonna give them advantage
16.
on that. Just to see, because it's pretty plausible. But I'm gonna. But it's not targeted enough to really make them lose morale. But we're gonna see.
We're doing everything we
They,
can from 160 feet.
No, they pass. So they notice it. They look up, mildly distracted, but they're in a frenzy at this point.
See you next turn, guys.
Okay. Next, another just dirty, mangy. Just it's got armor that is just a mess. Nothing matches. It's got flies buzzing around its eyes. It just reeks. And it steps in to attack Olazana.
It moves 80 feet.
It moves. Oh no, it doesn't. No, it's gonna move. Yeah, you're right. It's gonna move into to Mort. All right, Mort, you're gonna take attacks. What's your armor class again?
14.
Yeah. Okay. You're gonna take 2. Okay. You're gonna take 2 attacks. You're gonna be bitten. 4 points of damage and slashed with a short sword for another 5 points of damage. Okay, and just then, you see one is sort of behind the carriage, barking orders at the guys engaged in hand-to-hand with Mort and with the archers firing at Olazana, and it's got a longbow and it's going to shoot at Olazana. It's barking orders at everyone. And that is a miss and a miss. 2 shots miss. We are at top of the order. 24.
All right. So there's one barking orders, and then there's one who's like a big mangy brute.
There's 2 big
Is
mangy
that-
brutes. One of them
2
is
big
fighting
mangy brutes. Okay.
one of the men, and one of them is fighting Barabash.
And so I'm still far away at this point.
Yeah,
Jason?
you're still quite far away. Yep.
Okay, so I wouldn't be able to get within 30 feet of one of the brutes.
You cannot. Yeah,
Okay.
you started, I think, 2 feet away. I mean, 200 feet away, right? This turn, so you can move however much you move.
Okay, I guess I just dash 60. That's all I can do.
Yep.
Yep, I dash 60, and I use my familiar is going to take the help action on the one that's currently engaged with
Okay.
the warlock.
All
So
right.
whoever
Don't
attacks
do
that one
that.
gets
Don't do
advantage.
that.
Oh, okay. I'll see the warlock wave off my familiar and change it to the one Olzan is fighting.
All right.
All right. Mort, you are up.
All right. Who is within 10 feet of me?
Just Knowles.
What about
Oh,
my companion? Is
Yeah,
he
your
dead?
your companion is there.
Is he within 10 feet of me? Hopefully not.
Yeah. Generally.
Well, who is he?
What do you mean?
Who is he to me?
Well, he was hired. He was hired with you to basically escort this nobleman up to Harboron, and you've known this guy for like 3 days. You came over the mountains from Asperon. You've been wandering around. You found basically horses going west. You were heading back towards Broadwalk, and this was a paying gig to get you pretty close there. You just had to escort this thing to Harboron. This guy's name is Sam, and you got his basic backstory, his basic life story. He was just a brute on a farm, so bored. Finally, someone came and bought the farm from his parents. His parents retired, and he basically has just been selling his sword ever since.
Do I like him? Is he likable?
He is likable. Yeah, he's likable. He's a bit of an oaf, but he's likable.
Oh, fuck Sam, man. God damn it.
I mean, people like him. People like
move
him.
around to the other side of
He's
him.
a charisma
Like,
12 guy.
right?
He's not a charisma 16 guy. He's a charisma 12 guy.
How does he look? Does he look like he's gonna make it?
He looks fine so far. He's doing okay, holding them back. And quite frankly, you are a more interesting target. You look to them more like what they're going for, and he literally just looks like a guy that drives a cart.
All right. What's the negative to casting a spell in the middle of something?
They'll get
Attack
an
of opportunity.
attack of opportunities.
So
Unless
that would-
it's like an attack spell.
So that would be 3.
Yep, 3.
Oh,
Or
God.
no, you might have to have a feat in order to make an attack of opportunity when they cast a spell, Jason.
What?
I think there's a feat now that gives you an attack of opportunity when they cast a spell. I don't think it ordinarily does.
They're going to take an attack of opportunity.
All right. This is not my. All right. Well. How many of them are on me? 2?
3. 3.
All right, sorry, Oaf, because only one of us is going to survive, and I'd rather it be me than you. And I say bye and snap my finger. Oh, my poor little Pogo uses his action to disappear and fly 60 feet away toward the running bear. And yes, I'm going to say bye, snap my fingers, and all of a sudden a large thunderous boom.
Thunderwave?
Nope, thunder step.
Thunderstep.
So everybody within 10 feet of me, I'll try to move away from this dude before I cast it.
You really can't.
All right, sorry, guy. Everybody has to make a Constitution 15 save.
Okay.
And that would be 16 points of damage. Thunder.
Okay, they halved if they make it.
Half that they make it.
All right. One guy dies. He was already very close.
Woohoo!
Dead. One of the others does save, so he takes how much? 7 points? 8 points?
How much did I say? Let's see. That
15?
was 16, 8 points.
Okay. The other one does not save. And let's look at Sam makes his save.
Good. Now I'm 100 feet away from them, more toward the running bears.
Okay, you're gonna wind up just in front of those bears. Yep. No, actually, no. 100 feet. So the bears were within 120. Yes. Okay. You're back there behind the front line. All right. Good. Someone else is 21 as well.
Hindu?
It's me.
Okay.
So I'm going to just drop my longbow to the ground and pull up Fish's spear and then move towards the nearest knoll and then rage. So then my type of rage this time is rage number 5, which is whenever a creature hits me with an attack roll before my rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution. And now I'm going to attack the knoll that I moved up to recklessly with the spear.
All right.
So the first one, 22.
That's a hit.
That does
So
9 damage.
okay, so you're going after the hand-to-hand guys or
Yeah.
the archers?
Whichever one was closest to me. That wasn't fighting Barabash.
Right. Yeah.
So probably the one that I shot and missed at with my bow.
Yep. Okay. I got it.
So that was my first of 4 spear attacks. My second one is a 23 to hit,
It's a hit.
and that does 8 damage. Or 10 damage, sorry, because I do 2 more when I'm raging.
Okay.
My third attack is a 19 to hit.
It's a hit.
And that
Hit
was
with 4
7
spears in a
damage.
row.
Sorry?
So imagine getting hit with 4 spears in a row.
I just run up on this dude and just stab him with this spear 4 times. 26 to hit for the last attack. And that does 12 damage.
Okay. That kills him.
He did.
Dead.
I just walk up and just fucking whirlwind
Exactly
spear
dead.
this dude.
Okay.
Kill the fuck out of him.
Hanuk. I think you're a 19, right?
I'm a 19.
Yep.
All right. Sorry for the technological glitch. I advance forward.
Okay, so you double moved last time, which put you at 140 feet. You're double moving this time, which puts you at
No, I'm just single moving.
oh, okay, 110
I'm not-
feet.
I'll get all tired if I do that.
Okay.
If I need to, I'll.
70 feet from Barabash.
All right, there we go. Okay, there's only one knoll left on Sam. He's gonna move to attack Sam. He's gonna hit Sam, and he's going to do 7 points. Okay, now the others. There are four gnolls now with longbows. They are going to be attacking. Olazana, you're still in the front, correct?
Yeah. I'm the one that's very much in the front now.
All right.
And among them, a golden, terrifying blur.
Yep. Okay, two
Advantage to attack me.
hits. Two,
Okay.
it's 10 points.
Okay, so each of them. So the first one that hits me takes 6 force damage.
From a distance, yes.
It doesn't matter
Okay.
how far away they are. And then the
Okay.
second one takes 1 force damage.
Okay. All right. And you got yours? You got your damage?
Yep.
Good. Who's 14? Is that Jorge?
It's me.
Okay, Barabash.
All right. Question: what is the plant life like around us? Do we have trees, vines, like anything with mass?
It's mostly you're hitting sort of a grassland area. So it's mostly like tall grass.
Any trees at all, like within range of the
Occasionally, I mean, there's the odd meadow type tree. Sorry.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my bear that I'm riding go attack the gnome that attacked me. I'm going to do a backflip off the bear, land superhero pose, and transform into a brown bear myself.
Okay. Good. Is that everything?
Yeah. Can I do my bear's attack? Or
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
You can
All right.
attack too.
I can also attack.
Yeah, you shift as a bonus action.
All right, we're gonna double up then. So my bear's attack. All right, multi attack, D8, 1d8 plus 4. So I'll do that. Or do I have to roll D20 first to hit?
Yep.
That one, yep.
Gotcha. All right, so that's a 17.
That's a hit.
All right, and then so the first attack did 6 damage.
Okay.
And the claw attack will do.
You rolled the hit. The second one.
Yeah, I'll do that now. All right, so that was only a 3. No hit?
Nope.
All right, then I'll attack. It's a 9?
Nope.
All right. Do I get the claw attack still though, right? Multi attack?
Yeah.
All right. And that's a 5.
Okay. Next, he looks at you and attacks you right back. Here we go. You are a bear, correct?
That's right.
Yep. So you get bitten. You get bitten and hit with each claw from this thing. It's just clawing at you, and you take a total of 20 points of damage. Also, make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Do I just click on Constitution?
Nope. Roll your 20.
There is a saving throw section you can click though, Barabash.
I rolled 15 D20.
Okay, you save.
Sweet.
All right. So you take 20 points of damage. Okay, we are at 12. Who's got initiative 12?
Fakes.
Okay, fakes.
How close am I? What, 130 feet, or did somehow something come closer to me?
No, yeah, you're pretty much still 120. I mean, they've sort of like squared off. They've either are hanging back and shooting bows, or they're up with bareback.
All right, so I probably just need to move and dash, and maybe I'll do something on the next turn because
Okay.
I only have things that are 60.
Okay.
So there's just no argument to get
Next,
close enough.
on Barabash again, this is the other mangy, nasty creature. He's got a short sword. He's gonna bite you, and he's gonna attack you with the short sword twice. What's your armor class, Barabash? 11.
It'll be 11, yeah, natural.
Okay, it's a hit with the bite, a hit with the short sword, and a hit with the short sword. So you're going to take a total of 14 points of damage.
All right, I'm in base form.
You revert.
Yeah, I revert.
Okay. Then let's see. Then the leader barking out orders from near the carriage, and he's going to shoot his longbow at Olazana. Oh, natural 20 on the second shot. So, Olazana, you're going to take 10 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay. That's gonna be that. That's top of the order. Did anybody not go? Did we miss anyone? Jorge?
Jorge goes down.
On top of the order.
Okay, top of the order. Good.
All right. Yeah, I think I just double dash. I'm 140 feet away, I believe, so I will move 60 feet to get. My goal is to get within 30 feet
Okay,
of
that does
Olzana.
put you within 30 feet of Olazana, but it also puts you pretty much right near Barabash and the two gnolls that it's fighting.
I guess I'll. So Bearbash is a little farther back. Could I be 30 feet from Bearbash? Okay. That was my double move anyway. But my familiar, can I just have my familiar hang out with Olzana and use the help action on whatever she's attacking for the sake of simplicity? Okay, so your first attack, Alex,
Sweet.
has help from my familiar.
Okay. Who's got initiative 21?
Me and the warlock.
Okay. Let's start with you.
Okay. So, can I get to the leader without running past any other gnolls?
You can, yes, you can.
Okay. So I'm going to put my spear away and draw the swords as I move towards him.
Now, your move is 40, right?
It's 80.
Okay, there. Yeah, that's exactly what you need.
So I'm going to move 80 to him. And then I'm going to attack him. I'm going to just go ahead and recklessly attack him again. The first one is an 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
That does 9 damage.
Okay.
The second one is a 10 to hit.
It's a miss.
The third one is a 26 to hit.
It's a hit.
That does 11 damage.
Okay.
And the fourth one is a 25 to hit.
It's a hit.
And that does 10 damage. And then the short sword that's in my other hand is an 18 to hit.
Okay.
And that does 7 damage.
Okay. All right. Next, we have Mort, who has
Me?
thunderstepped behind Barabash. So
All right. So I walk 30 feet forward,
yeah, what you saw
and by
was
then Pogo lands.
okay. Go ahead.
Pogo lands on my shoulder. I walk 30 feet forwards, and I point at the leader.
The same one that okay, the same one that Olazana was just attacking.
Yes.
Yes. Is she on him right now? Which one doesn't look like he's on somebody? Do I have a chance of hitting Olazana with a magic
I mean,
range
on a
attack?
fumble, is this a? Are you gonna roll to hit? Yeah, then on a fumble you'd have a chance.
I'm going to roll to
yes.
hit. I'm feeling lucky. I point
Mhm.
at the leader. I say, die. And I try to hit him with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, that's it.
Ooh, rolled 19.
That's a hit.
So that'd be a 26. Be 11
Okay.
points
You
of
should have
force
one shot.
damage. Well, I thought it was 2 shots
Yep,
in
okay.
one.
Next. 19. That's Handuk, I believe.
Yes. So Jorge is up farther than me.
I think so. Yep.
I want to catch up with Jorge. And Barabash, I guess. It looks like Barabash might be in trouble. He's transformed back into a human. And he is approximately, 60 feet away? And there are nasty gnolls next to Barabash.
Nasty, dirty, grimy, mangy, drooling.
demonic. Yep. All right. So I move up. I move up 30 feet.
They've got that like mastiff drool.
That's thick, really
Gummy
thick
and
kind of
thick.
drool.
Doesn't just drip.
It's not like
how many are
slobber.
around me?
All right. So what are you gonna do?
How
I'm
many
just
are around
advancing up, and I say, "Oh, demon creatures, your path of destruction ends today. Especially you, redhead."
All right. He doesn't know how you knew that's what they call him, but there you go. All right, go ahead. That it?
All right, how many people are around? How many gnolls?
Well, it's not your turn yet.
Ain't I after Andrew?
No, you're after some gnolls.
Oh.
What's your initiative? 14, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Okay, you're coming. Okay, gnolls are going to attack. They are concentrating their firepower on Olazana.
Smart.
Because Olazana is on the leader, and the leader is barking orders. Whoo! Oh! 2 hits. Okay. You just took arrows all over the place, flying everywhere, but only 2 of them hit you for a total of 12 points of damage.
All right. First one takes 6. The second one takes 2 force damage.
Okay, one of them dies. Oh, he's dead.
This is basically just like magic punches them back.
Okay, you took your 12.
Yeah, I take 6 because I'm raging, but yes, I took 6.
So how are you looking right now?
I'm at 47 hit points.
No, you're fine. Okay. Barabash.
All right, how many gnolls are around me?
2. 2 are on you.
Okay.
Grimy, mangy, dirty, dusty, fly infested, defiled, grimy, gritty.
All right, now I had a second bear that I sent to help Mort that I forgot about. I would like to call him back. If is he in range? Can he assist me this turn?
No.
He can't. Okay. I'm going to have the bear that is alive and fighting attack the same guy that he was, that we were attacking before.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll d20. I rolled a 3, miss. And then 17. That's a hit, right?
Yep.
All right. So what is it? 2d6 plus 4. That's 10 damage. And then I'm going to
Did you hit?
Yeah, I rolled 17
yeah,
to hit.
Okay. All right, yep. Okay.
And then 10 damage for the attack. And then I have I'm going to cast the speak with plant spell. It's within 30 feet of me. And I'm just going to ask for them to help in any way that they can in the fight, whether that's
Okay.
I'll leave that to your discretion, but if there's any way that they can assist in the fight, I would like to do that.
Okay.
And then that'll be my turn.
All right. He's gonna look at you with his drooling, slobbering, nasty fly-ridden, snorting nostrils, and he's gonna attack you. He's gonna bite you. What's your armor class again?
Mine is 18.
No, not you. Barabash.
Sorry, 13.
Okay, 1 hit. Okay, you're gonna take 3 hits. Make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw, and you take 20 points of damage. How many hit points you got left?
I have my full 45 left.
All right, so take 20 off of that, and make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Is that D20?
Yep.
All right, I rolled a 7.
Okay, take 7 points of poison damage. You're poisoned.
All right.
Okay, initiative 12. That is Fakes.
Yep. So I'm 60 feet away now. Finally. So I'll move my 30 feet closest, and I will attack the mangiest looking one with. First, I'll just use a Dissonant Whispers, which is a Wisdom 16 saving throw.
Oh, he saved. It's a good wisdom is a good one, but he did save. He rolled a 19.
Okay, so that's half damage, and that is a good roll. 13 rounded down, so it's
That'd be
6
7.
points of psychic damage.
Round it up.
13.
No, round
Isn't
up.
it all rounded down? Okay. And then I will use Bardic Inspiration, or Bardic, the
Okay.
negative Bardic Inspiration on the same guy.
All right,
So
got it. That it? Okay.
that's
The
it.
mangy, dirty, grimy, nasty, short sword wielding, biting, gnashing of teeth, gnawer. He's gonna gnaw at you, Barabash. And he misses and hits you twice with a short sword. Take 10 points of damage. At this point, this one is going to dash away from Barabash and run at Olazana 60 feet forward, heading towards Olazana. Okay, next. The leader.
Couldn't they get opportunity attack as
actually.
homeboy ran?
Sudden rush until the end of the turn. Then the knoll speed increases by 60 feet, and it doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. Good question. The answer is no. Okay, Olazani, you take 2 hits, 1 with a bite and 1 in melee. So you do 13 points of damage. 5 of that is piercing. 8 of that is slashing.
Okay. Resistance to both of those, so done.
Okay, let's see what else. Okay, and it's going to incite rampage on the gnawing one that is running back towards you. Okay, top of the order.
All right. I'm going to run up and cast blindness on the one that Fakes used the unsettling words bard ability on.
Okay.
So that's a DC 15 Constitution save, and then minus, what is that?
I rolled
What is
a
it,
3.
Fakes?
I rolled it. It was a D8, but I rolled a 3. But I don't know if you roll it. But
I'm fine with you rolling it.
yeah, it seems like I roll it.
Okay. So wait, you want me to roll the negative? What do we?
You have to roll
Sorry.
Constitution save
Yeah,
for that guy, and then take 3 off of it.
Constitution save would be a 12. That's a fail, right?
Yeah. So
Blind! Damn it, your eyes! Okay. Good. Okay.
That's my turn. Familiar is still helping.
Olzana, you're up.
All right, I'm going to continue to recklessly attack this leader
Mm-hmm.
with the scimitar the first time. A 17.
It's a hit.
That does 7 damage.
Dead!
All right, how far away didn't the rest come to help him out?
They are turning, and one is running back. He's 20 feet away.
All right, so I'm gonna move to him and finish this attack.
So you want to attack, move, and attack?
Well, I get 2 actions. My turn.
Okay.
Yep. So now I'm gonna move to him,
Mm-hmm.
and then with my second action, I'm gonna attack him with the scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
That's 18 to hit.
It's a hit.
That does 7 damage, and then the second attack is a 25 to hit.
It's a hit.
It does 9 damage, and then my bonus action attack with the short sword is a 15 to hit,
That is a hit.
and that does 6 damage.
Exactly enough. Dead! Okay.
All right. 5 turns left.
All right.
All right.
How many are left?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. These are the archer,
All right.
except for the one on Bearbash, which is the closest one to you. The other 3 are the other 4 are archers. Well, no. I take that back.
I'll
I'm
take
sorry.
care of the archers.
One of them is engaged in hand-to-hand with Sam. 3 are archers, and 1 is chomping on Bearbash. Okay.
I'll shoot the one on Sam. I'm feeling lucky. All right, that would be a 26 to hit, and then a 19 to hit.
Okay. Both hits.
Be 12 points of damage.
Exactly enough. Ed, you turn to see Sam look at you, thankfully, as he collapses himself. Okay, we have...
Oh, and I move forward.
All right, you move forward. Handuk.
So there is still a nasty upon Barabash.
Yes, there is.
All right, and I'm right there, about 30 feet away from
Yep.
nasty.
Yep.
From said nasty. I say, nasty, get away from him. And a flaming spiritual hammer comes flying across
Okay.
from my hand with my I'm getting to be more armored now, you know. Okay, so 16 hit.
16 hits.
All right, and it does 1d8 6 13 force
Woo!
force damage.
Big time. What happened? Handuk is dropping bombs. Is that it?
Spiritual weapon.
Is that it?
And I
The
say,
old
yes,
Duke
you
hammer.
evil creature. You will
Okay.
leave this place,
All right.
dead or alive.
The archers concentrate their fire on Olazana.
Are there trees? Are there trees nearby that can make the archers get distracted and miss?
No.
All right.
Okay. 3 hits, 15 points of damage, piercing.
Okay.
Okay. Bear bash.
All right. Is the second bear? Is he within range now to help?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to have bear 1 attack. So that's. I rolled a 11 to hit.
That's a miss.
That's a miss. Okay.
Armor class is 14.
All right. All right. That's a 20.
Oh, and those guys also took damage from me, Jason, when they hit me. First one took 3.
Okay, hold on.
All right. So he just took 11 damage from that attack.
Okay, good.
Second one took 6, and the third one took 6.
All right. So now what I'm going to do is, as my second bear is coming, I'm going to jump on top of that bear, and when he gets close, I'm going to attack with the scimitar.
So, okay. All right.
All right. So I rolled a 10. I missed.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have the second bear attack.
Okay.
All right. So the first one's a miss. Second one is a hit. I rolled 18, and it is 6 damage.
All right. So the grimy, nasty, dirty, infested, sloppy, slobbering, terrible, just biter. He's coming at you.
Now, since I'm on the bear, like I'm the bear's face would be right in front of him, and I would be back.
He's coming at you.
All right.
He's figured it out. All right.
I haven't attacked him on the bear yet. This is only the first time I've attacked him.
Yeah, he's figured out where the danger is.
Hmm.
Okay, make a DC 12 Constitution save. You are going to take 13 points of damage. Make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. Oh, you are already poisoned.
Yeah, I'm already poisoned.
All right. So you're going to take 7 more points. So that's 9. That's 20 points total. And make your Constitution saving throw to stop taking damage.
Wait, I just took 20 damage?
Yep.
All right, I'm dead.
Okay. Man down. Okay. Moving on. 12, I believe that's fakes.
Yes, it
All right.
is. I'm going to. I'm gonna walk up in range of the nastiest, grimiest one. There's still one of those left, yeah.
The big mangy nasty that just took
Yeah.
just bear bash off of the bear. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm going to walk up to him and I'm going to touch him with my hands and bestow an evil curse on him that will require him to make a wisdom saving throw. And if he fails, its action will be wasted.
Okay.
I'm sorry, he has to succeed. He
Right.
can succeed on this wisdom saving throw now
Right.
to avoid
And
the
what's-
curse in the first place.
What's
It's
the spell DC on that? Yeah, no, he does not make it.
16.
All right.
right.
Good. The next two are dead. Top of the order.
All right. I'm just going to. So we've got some archers. Oh wait, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? My familiar is going to fly and touch Barabash and cast Cure Wounds. Barabash, you are alive with 6 hit points.
All right.
So Alex, you do not have my familiar's help
I've
this
just
turn.
been recklessly attacking anyway, so.
Oh, fair. All right. That's my turn.
Okay, Olzana.
I'm going to move to the nearest archer.
Yep.
And recklessly attack him with the scimitar.
Okay. Armor class 15.
I got a critical hit on that one.
All right.
And that did 15 damage.
And
All right, and then I'm
he has
going
ceased to be.
to Misty Step over to the other one and attack him.
All right.
And that missed because the highest was a 12. And then the second attack against him is another 20. So that did 12. And then the short sword attack would... Oh, no, I Misty Step, so I don't get the short sword attack. So I'm done.
Okay. Mort.
How many are left?
Good question. Okay, there are 1, 2, 3
Kill
left
5.
total. 3 left total.
All right. Is there any one by
No, I
itself?
think there's the 2 up by Barabash and then this one that I'm about to finish off.
I think it's just one by me.
All right. Oh, point my finger and say die while bolts come out of my finger. $16.
Which one are you going after?
One of the ones on Barabash.
Yeah, okay. That's a hit. He's the dirty, grimy, slobbering.
Grimy takes 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And then 12.
Nope.
All right. And then Pogo leaps off my shoulder while I continue to walk forward, invisible, and comes down and bites Grimy with a 19.
It's a hit.
All right, DC 15.
Yep.
And
What against what?
Constitution.
It's a fail.
All right, he takes 5 points piercing, and then significantly more. Seven points poisoned, and he's
Dead!
poisoned. All right.
Oh, you got him with poison. Taste of his own medicine. That's some comeuppance right there. All right, that brings us to Handuk. There are 2 archers left.
Okay, I
Bodies
run up to
everywhere. Stench
I run up to Barabash.
Mhm.
And I whisper in his ear, "Take the Matrian Oath, and I can heal you. Take the Matrian Oath, and I'll heal you."
I'm going to tell him that I already took it and wink.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I do. And I put my shield up over top of Barabash's body.
Okay. Okay.
But Bearbash is alive. Bearbash has 6
All right.
HP.
The
Barely breathing.
Gnolls are running. The 2 are taking off, and they're getting out of dodge. They're going to
Okay.
take. Actually, they're going to take their last 2 shots first. 1 hit on Olazana. That's 5 points of damage, and they're beaten feet.
And
Can
then
we
they
get
take-
some parting attacks?
No, they were rangers. I mean, yeah, you could if you get the range.
Okay, they take 5 points of force damage after they hurt me.
Okay, hold on 1 second. That's going to kill one of them.
How close are they? How close are they?
They're within 60 or 80 feet.
All right, give me a second.
All right, I hit one.
Can I cast Conjure Animal and do Giant Eagle, and can I have the eagle pick it up and drop it?
No.
I do
all right.
8 points to the runner.
Okay.
Anybody else? Range attack?
I'm chasing down. I'm faster than he is.
I can throw some magic missiles.
Pogo can
I'm gonna let you
attack.
guys have fun with that.
Just let me run him down, guys. He's not faster than me.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, he's not.
That's fine.
So I got a 26 with the first attack.
I'm doing the
All right.
Giant Eagle next time.
That's a hit. Just tell me how much you do.
I've done 8 damage,
87 points.
and then another 8 damage.
What are you implying, Mort?
I'm helping Sam.
What?
And then 11 damage.
Sam is dead. Sorry.
So I've done 30 damage to him so far.
Yeah,
And
he's
then the
dead.
short sword.
Yeah, he's dead.
And then I just plant the short sword in his skull after he falls onto the ground.
All right.
And then I just collapse and am stunned pretty soon. And I'm very confused by that.
Okay. We're gonna cut it right here. We're gonna pick up right here next week.
All right, is the noble still alive?
We'll
Holy shit,
deal with that next week.
All right.
Okay. We'll pick up.
Thank you guys. Thanks,
All
Jason.
right. See you guys. Bye.
See ya.